Once again, it's on. Welcome back to another great episode of Two Cigars and a Blunt. Of course, you know I am the man on the street.
Happy Friday, Pharaoh King.
It's Tim Dog from Be More Careful.
And the really mad professor in the boot.
Baby, you almost choked myself. And of course, you know, Conspiracy Brothers not on right now, but he ain't got no power. So, but that's the excuse he's telling us. He just didn't pay his goddamn cable bill. But before we get started, y'all know how we always start our podcast off. We always got to ask the brothers how was their day. So, Pharaoh King, how was your day, my brother?
First, before I get started, I want to welcome. I think we have a few new folks that's going to come and join us tonight, hopefully. So they was asking me about the podcast at work. So hopefully you join us. Welcome if you're here. And I had a good day. I gave them my 2%, like I told y'all on Wednesday. I was going to give them 2% today, and I think I might give them 2.5, but definitely 2. So
yeah,
I'm good.
I got you. Hey. like 2% milk.
Yeah. Well, you know, you got 100% for the whole week. So Monday is like 12%, and then Tuesday, Thursday, 38, 40, and then you start peeling off toward the end.
It all adds up. I hear you, my brother. Man, Professor, how was your day, my brother?
Well, I've been all day contemplating how I'm going to respond to some people, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I told you, man, when you start posting and people start commenting, man, they could be very disrespectful, and I love it. I get very
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna tell you what it is that got me.
I got you. Yeah, hey, welcome to the world of motherfuckers commenting on your post.
Media.
That mean media. That means you're doing something right.
Media.
That means you do something right. Of course, Tim Dog, how was your day, my brother?
Well, no therapy. I'm gonna start off with that.
No. I told you I was done with therapy. So
yeah.
Found out that my stepdad, who's a 3-time cancer survivor, has leukemia and lymphoma. It's
Holy
terminal.
cow.
I'm so sorry to hear that, my brother.
And it's
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, he's been in my life for like 45 years.
Yeah.
So,
I can understand that, man. I mean, might not be by blood, but he's somebody that you truly cherish, somebody that looked after you when you know you needed looking after. So I understand your pain, man. We're gonna send your stepfather healing energy from us, man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to hear that.
Like I said, I'm leaving next week. I'm leaving next week to go pay respects to my Aunt Shirley Baker. My mom, one of my mom's best friends, family friend. And so I get it, man.
Yeah. I think we all get it, man. So
yeah, I get it.
Healing energy, man. Healing energy.
Yeah.
I always say at the end of my show, have no regrets.
Yeah.
And the doctor said that, send him home and let him enjoy himself. And the thing is, he doesn't even look sick. He was in the hospital for like a week and only lost 1 pound.
Wow.
Yeah. Tell me about it. So
there is.
I got you, man. But
healing
injury, man. Healing energy, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'll let my mom know when I talk to her.
Well, yeah, we figured that one. We figured.
Yeah, Juan, Ice got you. I called it out on Wednesday. I said, I think Ice got you.
Brother.
It was shady dice.
And of course, y'all know.
Yeah, I told him that yesterday. He goes, "Yeah, I got to answer for those guys."
and just like y'all, man, my day went well, man. Of course, love getting off early. He said, "Hey, you can leave." Oh, I'm dipping. Oh, I can't wait for 2:01 so I could leave. But hey, got home early. Got to do a couple more things for us tonight. And of course, like I say, Friday is one of those nights when you need a good laugh. I can't wait for Ashed Out so we can laugh our ass off. But fellas, I know before that we're gonna be angry. This is probably gonna be one of the most angriest one that we probably seen. I don't know if y'all checked it out. I did a little video myself with my podcast. But this brother, oh man, you take one of mine, I'm gonna take one of yours.
Tonight, the father of a teen fatally shot by Cincinnati police Thursday, now behind bars, after investigators say he killed a deputy from another department the next day with his car.
There is a connection between these two incidents.
38-year-old Rodney Hinton Jr. is charged with aggravated murder. Prosecutors say he intentionally struck a recently retired Hamilton County deputy who was on traffic patrol.
I've got an officer now.
A makeshift memorial today at the intersection. The deputy, just identified by the sheriff's office as Larry Henderson, later died at the hospital.
He was so well liked and so well known.
A courtroom full of law enforcement Saturday as Hinton faced a judge. His team in court calling this an emotionally charged situation. Hinton making a hard-to-hear comment to deputies while being escorted out in handcuffs. The crash happened just hours after he joined a meeting with Cincinnati police to review body camera video of his son's death, according to the attorneys hired by the family to investigate the police shooting. The video, now publicly released from two different angles, shows 18-year-old Ryan Hinton being shot and killed Thursday morning by a city police officer.
He's got a gun.
Investigators say the teen pointed a gun at Cincinnati officers responding to a call of a stolen vehicle. Hinton's family attorneys tonight writing they are heartbroken by this tragic turn of events, and we are all devastated for the family of the officer who was killed.
And before we get started, we're gonna start out with the shooting of the young man first. Then we're gonna go into the death of the sheriff's deputy, the retired sheriff's deputy. Matt Professor, I'm gonna give you first shot at this. Now, wrong way to say that. I'm gonna let you go at this first.
I'll take first shot. I'll take first shot at it.
All right.
See, here's my.
Oh no, so I'm saying one thing. What did you think of the shooting of Rodney Hinton, the son of Rodney Hinton Jr.? That started the whole ball.
My whole thing is it's always the same thing. You see a young black kid with a weapon. You say they have a weapon, and the first thing officers do is want to pull out their weapons. Now, I looked up a little bit of this. They never actually show on any body cam footage that the kid had a weapon.
That's right.
The 18-year-old had a weapon. They never show this.
That's right.
So like I said, it's always they're afraid of a black kid with a weapon, but they can have 50 white guys with guns that they'll never even draw their weapon out on.
Yeah.
It's just once again, black people are predators with weapons. We're scary. We're scary to these law enforcement officers with weapons who shouldn't be law enforcement if they scared of everybody. But I mean, like I said, just another shooting. Just another damn shooting. They justified. I didn't see the officers come out and say it was a damn shame that this happened when it was the black kid getting shot. So to be honest with you, I know the second part of this question is going to be how I feel about the dad killing an off-duty retired officer. I don't care. I mean, I care that a human was taken. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be like good. He dead, but it comes to a point where you've got to fucking. Where some cops got to realize the more they do this shit, the more targets are being put on their asses. And they just got to understand that now. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I'm coming to you, Pharaoh. And just like Joe said, because I watched it just like you, they say within 6 seconds of the police and jumping out and the police saying he got a gun. Of course, when I saw the video, the young man was running away. Now, my thing was, if he's running away from you, that means that he's not thinking about you. He's just trying to get away. So why would you shoot him as he's running? I can see if he's running towards you, Pharaoh, then I can understand you shooting the young man. But he's running away, trying to get away. So why would you shoot him? I guess for me, I still don't understand that part, Pharaoh.
I must say the boy didn't want to die, or he wouldn't have hid. You're not going to hide between some dumpsters if you're thinking about shooting at the police. And then at the same time, like Joe said, he got shot in the back. They said they found a gun later.
Yeah,
that means there was no gun on the boy at the time. So, with that being said, allegedly, they already went in knowing that they was going to do this.
Yeah,
they already knew that they was going to shoot the kid. I mean, what other reason? Why would you chase them? It's Cincinnati. It's another city where black kids are targets as soon as they see him or they're doing something wrong. Now, I think I heard that he was part of a group that was stealing cars, possibly a stolen car. From what I think I read.
Well, what they say was it was a stolen car, but now they say that come to find out the car probably wasn't stolen. It was like a month behind. It was like a month behind on the note.
Right.
And the company that owned the car say that it was stolen.
Right. So that's what. So
yeah,
it wasn't a stolen car.
Basically, now don't quote me on that, but that's what I've been
No,
hearing.
no, that's what I read the same thing. So I'm thinking
Okay.
that's not a stolen car. It's supposed to be a car repo.
Yeah, car repo. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah,
But I just wish he just wouldn't have ran, man.
yeah.
I just, and I know, you're young and these are the things. It's almost like a predator coming after a prey. We just start running because we see police, we start bolting,
Yeah.
Yeah, who's afraid of who? Really, who's afraid of who?
Yeah.
So, unfortunately this happened. And I wish it was another way, it was another ending to it, a better ending.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. From what I heard, Tim Dog, they said that the car wasn't technically stolen. They say that it was like a month behind, and I guess they came to get it. I didn't know that they come get your car for 1 month, man. My younger days, I was almost 6 months behind.
They take like months before they come.
Yeah. So I understand that, but my thing is, Tim Dog, you saw the video. I didn't see the young man brandish the gun towards the police officer. I wasn't there, but from watching the video, I saw him running away. And so, what were your thoughts when you see that type of video? And of course, the way that they say, like Pharaoh said, they found the gun later. What were your thoughts on that?
It was amazing how the officer, when he got out the vehicle, first thing he did was grab his gun. Then he said he has a weapon.
What's good, cuz?
He was on the backside of the doggone dumpster.
And the thing to me is, it's premeditated. So he has a weapon. He's running away from you, supposedly, but he's still running away from you.
Hey, can I say one thing? Can I say one thing, Tim? I think it was the other officer that said he has a gun.
Oh, I thought it was the one in the car.
It was two of them. I think it was two of them in the car because you saw one running towards.
Right. Well, I thought it was so clear that I thought it was the officers. That the body cam was on.
I got you.
It was showing.
I got you.
So either way, at the angle that the other officer was in, how could he see a gun from behind the dumpster?
Yes.
And why was his gun drawn at the time before he even said he has a gun?
So, yeah. And Tim Dog, I'm gonna stick with you. I'm gonna work my way back around. And that's the thing that I understand, because shouldn't you try to? I understand if the guy, maybe he does have a gun, but let's say he's running away. Right then, if he's running away, you should say to yourself, hey, maybe I should use some type of less lethal type of force. I understand you trying to go home to your family as well. But if you see the young man running away, something should click in your mind. Maybe I should pull out my taser and tase this young man.
No, his fat ass didn't want to run. And that was the quickest excuse to use. Don't run away from me, you black son of a bitch. Bow. That's the mentality. I don't care, so I'll pull it out. And unfortunately, I'm not saying that's what he was thinking. Yeah. But when you look at the video and you see the actions of everything that lead up to it, he's behind a dumpster. If he, like Pharaoh said, if he wanted to shoot him, he would have got them before they even got to him.
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah. Pharaoh, I'm coming to you, Pharaoh. Before I come to you, Pharaoh, I'm gonna say my cousin Gary Jenkins, man, congratulations. He got his master's degrees today. Hey man, congratulations, cuz you're doing big things.
What you get it in, Gary?
I don't know, but this is my cousin. I tell you, man, he's a master mason. He's a past master. He's a Q dog. I mean, he got every goddamn shit on his goddamn car that you could have.
He got a bill.
Yeah. So now he got his master's degree. So, congratulations again, man. Congratulations. Good work, my brother. Now, King. Now, back to what I was saying. The guy was running away. He was running away. It's something in the cop's mind should say, hey, maybe I should use less lethal force because he's running away from me. Okay.
No, why would he? They're not trained for that.
Okay.
He black. Get his ass.
God damn, Pharaoh. God damn, bad professor.
Well, it goes to what I said months ago about policing. They're not trained to de-escalate. They're not trained to prevent crime. They're trained to punish crime, unfortunately, which is not part of a police charter. Their police charter is actually crime prevention and capture, because they're not part of the judicial branch, which would give them the right to set punishment. And like I said, the thing is, when you have police like this, their first thought is, well, and you can't say it's wrong. It's to protect themselves. You can't say that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But the issue I have is they give them they give them 4 different types of non-lethal devices. They give
Yeah.
them tasers, they give them pepper spray, they give them batons, they give them everything in the world to not have to use their guns. But
Yeah.
the problem is they still fucking have guns. It's amazing. This is only a problem here in America, and in America is one of the few places on the planet where police carry weapons
Yeah.
at all times.
Yeah.
So I mean, and the sad shit about this is, and I was thinking about this earlier today,
What up, Big
is
Doe?
I wanted to, what's up, Big Doe? I wanted to ask what Doe 803. I wanted to ask some black maggots, what was the point of Felon 47 getting rid of the database that tracks police misconduct? And what does that do to help keep everybody fucking safe? But of course, none of them will answer that shit because they act like that didn't matter. Something like this, if it weren't for the media, we probably wouldn't know about it. And we didn't know. The only reason we knew about it is because the dad got some form of retribution.
Yes.
Other than
Yeah.
that, we wouldn't have known.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Go ahead, Farrell. You got something you want to say?
So
Go
I was like, I'm pretty sure we all have had family members associated with the law, law enforcement
yes.
or something
Oh,
like
yes.
that. And it's funny that our family members don't look at problems this way. We will find a way to de-escalate situations. At least my family members that I know, when we talk about it, and when we're together, they don't emulate nothing like what we see. And I'm trying to figure out, is it because we understand from our view of how to de-escalate something? Like my son-in-law is a police officer in Phoenix. He never has those type of issues where things like that will happen. They find a way to de-escalate the situation if they can.
Yeah, and Tim Dow, I'm gonna get you back in here, and that's what I'm saying. If the young man is running away, I know it's a bang bang situation. I hate to use that analogy, but I don't know if he's going to try to shoot at me. But something in your mind, oh, he's running away from me, so maybe I should pull out this taser and tase him, and to do him that way. Tim Dow.
It's different when you're an officer and you know that you can get away with things without any consequences. For instance, shooting someone. And to me, the officer who said he's got a gun, that is their cue to say it's okay to shoot a motherfucker.
Yeah, that's true.
And we've all seen officers chase white people, and they chase us too, but it's more effective for them and easier to shoot us and get away with it because they know that people like Felon 47 are gonna sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, and I'm glad you say
shoot.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said. I'm coming back to you, because I want you to close this out, Mad Professor, because you say something. Why would you take the database away? Why would you say that you want to give the police what is the thing that
they don't want to remove qualified immunity. They want to make it stronger for them.
Yeah. So when you hear things like that, if I'm a police officer, if I'm thinking that I'm not going home, I'm probably going to pull my weapon, quick draw McGraw. You know what I'm saying? So now you're incentivizing the police officers to do things like this. And of course, we have been seeing more things like this lately, but I think it's going to rise. Your thoughts?
Well, like I said, if the dad hadn't killed a sheriff's deputy in response to this, we wouldn't have known this story actually occurred. And the shit about it is the Wild West, the way they policed in the Wild West wasn't like this. They didn't just go around shooting the quote unquote bad guys just because they had the right to do so and could. Yeah. No, they captured them and brought them to justice, and that's the problem. Right. And my biggest issue is, think about this shit. Over the last week and a half, we learned that Ashley Babbitt's parents are going to get a $30+ million settlement from the government for her ass not cooperating with police and getting shot and killed in the Capitol.
Yeah.
So and here's the shit about that is, fucking well that this kid's parents wouldn't have got that. In fact, they wouldn't have gotten a goddamn thing but a we kind of not sorry this happened to your kid. He shouldn't have been breaking the fucking law.
Yeah. If you heard the incident the day before, the sheriff, she sounded differently. You know, you got to go back and see. I wish I had because when they talked about it before the father did what he did, oh man, it was a different type of mentality. If she was upbeat, she was upbeat.
Yeah, of course.
But fellas, before we go there, oh shit, I'm about to make y'all even angry. Before we talk about the brother, Mr. Rodney, what he did, this happened, I would say 2 days ago in California.
A driver pulled over for speeding, pointed a rifle at a highway patrol officer yesterday. CHP says it happened just north of Redding on I-5. An officer stopped a vehicle on the Mountain Gate off-ramp. The driver, they say, got out of the car, pointed the AR-style assault rifle toward the officer. Officials say the suspect re-entered his vehicle and then they started pursuit. Vehicle continued southbound, driving at varying speeds before exiting the freeway at Oasis, continuing for about 2 miles west before stopping near Vigil Court. The suspect taken into custody, booked into Shasta County Jail.
And a viewer sent in this video of the suspect being arrested. Take a close look. You can see the suspect on the left of your screen. He's lying in the roadway after officers told him to lay down in the road. Authorities say the suspect obeyed their orders and there were no injuries or shots fired. It all came to an end around 5 p.m. when the suspect was arrested and booked into jail. They have not released the name of that suspect.
Pharaoh King, I'm coming to you first. See, now this guy got out with an AR touch style weapon. They knew he had a weapon, but he was taken in custody. So your thoughts?
They probably took his ass to Burger King too afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing to be said, man.
Yeah,
there's nothing to say.
I got you, but you can see the contrast. So that's what I'm saying.
Absolutely,
you can see the contrast. The guy got out with the gun.
Man.
Yeah.
We see it all the time. That's why I don't understand. If people cannot see what's happening, people are just turning a blind eye to what they know is wrong. As long as it doesn't happen to them, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, Tim Dog, you talked about it, but you saw proof right there. The guy got out with his weapon. What did the police officer do? He backed up. He didn't jump out. He didn't yell gun. Well, they already see the gun. But then, of course, they knew he had the gun, but I guess they gave him the order to lay down, gave him the opportunity to lay down without shooting him, and then took him to jail.
Maybe that's what has to happen from here on out. We have to have a gun brandished so they don't shoot us because we know they see it.
No. You can't do that because they shot this boy, the young boy, without even seeing a fucking weapon.
No, that's my point. That's what I'm saying. Maybe they show it, they'll back up.
Yeah, I got you.
That didn't work for Philandro Castile.
Exactly. And his was registered. And he asked him, did you have a weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim Dog, your thoughts on that, what you just saw?
All right, Juan.
If that was one of us, we would have been hit with the police car because he would have feared for his life. He didn't fear for his life there. You see, he calmly and casually backed up. He didn't point a weapon at him, like you said, even though a weapon was obviously pointed at him. Like you say, man on the street, make it make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense because, like you say, a couple of you now, Matt Professor, and like you just say, Tim Dog, hit him with the car. Oh, he got a gun. Oh, I fear for my life. I'm gonna run his ass over. Now I know
they'll pit maneuver a car, but the dude was in the car and he could have ran him over before he shot at him.
Yeah. So
why you let him get out the car and you can see the weapon when he gets out the car. And he's still there. He didn't back up until the guy comes up to the police car with the weapon.
Yeah.
But look how many police was looking at him when he was laying on the ground.
Ain't nobody beating on him.
Yeah, that is true, Matt Professor. But that's what I'm talking about. The different contrast. The guy got out his vehicle. You saw the gun with the young man Ryan Hinton that got killed in Cincinnati. He was running away. You didn't see the gun. But
because the gun was black, it was in his hand.
I got you. But
they gonna give it, man.
I got you. Your thoughts on man.
It's what I said before. They don't see their own with a weapon, even a fucking weapon like that guy carrying what they call a weapon of war as any kind of fucking threat. That's why I keep saying that this shit not gonna change until every fucking black person who's legal enough to carry a gun, open carry that motherfucker like they do, or conceal carry if you want to carry a handgun. I'm not a fan of rifles either, so I just carry handguns.
Yeah.
But carry them openly. Let them know, hey, I got my weapon too. And that because they look at white folks with a gun as, oh, he's trained. They look at a nigga with a gun. I wonder who he robbed with that gun. So all of us got it's just look at it like this. Remember in the 60s, well, shit, none of y'all, you was around, Tim. In the 60s, when Reagan, as governor of California, had the NRA take weapons from the Black Panther Party because there was open carrying legal weapons.
That's right.
And the NRA ain't say a fucking, all the NRA said was those Negroes don't deserve to have weapons. Those Negroes shouldn't have weapons. See, that's the thing. Black people, I keep telling you, you need to arm yourselves. Fuck the bullshit.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And arm yourself. And that's why I say, I'm getting me one. Trust me. Hey, but that's what I'm saying though. You see the different contrast when you know the guy had a weapon, you saw the weapon, and like Tim Dawes said, hey, you can run his ass over. Now you justify it. See, you justify putting him 6 feet under. But like Doe just say, somebody running away from you, hey, he's not a threat anymore.
Gary. Exactly.
He's not a threat anymore. And you know what you say, cuz? We said
he had a cop pull him over and saw him with a briefcase in his truck and asked him what was side. And when he told him it was his Masonic material, he immediately became a drug dealer to the cop. See, that's the fucking problem.
Yeah, you see, and that's what I'm saying. And I like what Doe just say too. He said that law enforcement had changed so much in the past 20 years. To California,
more than 20. It's been more than 20. Okay. I'd say this shit started in the 80s, in the late 70s and early 80s with the rise of gang activity in the ghettos.
Yeah.
Hey, Sanford's son brought that out.
After riots.
Yeah, and that is true.
He got killed. That's when.
Yeah, you gotta know your laws.
Hey,
but here's the problem. Here's the problem: is you have red states like this backwoods country bumpkin ass fuck of a state that I live in, where you can conceal carry without a fucking permit now.
It's Texas.
Yeah, Georgia,
but that's why I say it's red states. It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, but
you don't even need a license.
But going back to what you said earlier, though, just like with what's the young man that told me he had a gun?
Yeah,
and the cop still shot him. And the cop still shot him.
The kid in the back seat.
Because he was fearing for his life. You still shot him after. Do you have a weapon? Yes, I do have one. Man. I'm just saying.
Asian dude. What the fuck is a black person scared of Asian dude for?
It's just something that's just crazy, man. But fellas, now let's turn the table. Y'all saw what happened. Now the father, I'm coming to you, Tim Dawes. The father, he went, he saw the footage, and he probably saw, hey, my son is running away. He didn't have that weapon in his hand like they say that he did. And of course, we all know later on, I think they say less than 3 hours, he went and did what he did. So my question to you, Tim Dawes, is was Rodney Hinton Jr. justified in what he did to the retired Sheriff Deputy Henderson? Your thoughts?
I'm going to have to say no, only because, I mean, we all know, retribution like that isn't going to solve anything. It's not going to help anyone. And that was a grieving father reacting to what he saw. He probably asked a bunch of questions, and I'm sure he cussed them out. And they probably told him to go. And the officers, they probably all knew. That's why when he walked by and he said something to them, not one of them looked at him or said anything, because they already know.
Yeah. And I think he was talking to his brother, though. His brother was out there in the crowd.
No, I'm talking about when they had him in court and he was walking out and he said something to each and every officer as he walked by.
Yeah. So, that is true. That is true.
And he's like, y'all know what the fuck y'all did. Come on, y'all gonna kill my son. He ain't had no damn gun. And he just let his emotions take over, which I don't blame him, but I mean, that you can't go out doing that.
I guess what it boils down to is that we never been in that situation. So I'm not trying to say you're wrong, Tim Dawes, but we never been in that situation, and so we don't know how we would act. You know what I'm saying? In that situation, you know what I'm saying. So Farrell, your thoughts?
Like I said, I agree with Tim. No, he's not justified in it. But what I will say is, emotions run deeper than some people know.
Yeah.
Your reactions are a reflection of your rage or anger or whatever at that time. So
Yeah.
what he did, he felt justified for it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like we all say, I'll go to jail for my kids. We all
Yeah.
say that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If somebody treat our kids wrong, hey, somebody going to jail, but it ain't gonna be you.
Exactly.
With that being said, yes, did another man lose his life due to a sense of violence? Yes, but I will say that he probably is going to start something that ain't going to be able to get controlled. It's going to get out of control with these police officers now. I think a lot of people are going to see this, and a lot of people are going to react the same or even worse.
Yeah,
I think he's about to start something. All he does is take one person to start a revolution.
Yeah.
Right.
You
And
got that
I
right.
think this is probably going to be it.
Yeah. I wish I'd brought the video, pull it up.
I mean, like I said, his brother was there, and his brother said, "We've been down this road before. Why are you not letting me talk to my brother? Let him see me."
Yeah, my
So,
bad, fellas.
and when they was watching that film, I think I read as well, when they were watching that film or that footage, they said the father disappeared. They didn't know where he went.
Yeah,
The next thing they heard from him, he had did that, what he did with the police officer.
Yeah. Your thoughts, man, Professor?
Well, I'm gonna make it a 3 for 3 at this point. You can't justify what the dad did. I mean, if you're a person of law and order or a person of conscience, you can't justify what he did.
Yeah.
But here's the issue that I have with all of it: are they gonna say he was emotionally damaged the way they do when some other person kills their abusive husband or kills their abusive lover? Yeah, crime of passion. Or are they going to say the same? Are they going to raise a lot of money like they did for this stupid backwaters ass bitch that called the young kid a nigga in Cincinnati, wherever the fuck that was? Are they going to raise money like they did for that sorry fuck Kyle Rittenhouse, who shows he's nothing but a fucking grifter? And that's the goddamn issue. That's fucking. No, hold on. See, that's the issue.
I'm about to say no, but I will tell you that they say no. They shut the GoFundMe down. That's all I'm about to say. Go ahead.
That's my fucking problem right there. They can raise money for every fucking hurt ass white person that they fucking want. No matter what this white person did, they can raise money for this motherfucker like they were a victim of the shit they did.
Right.
But this black person, they're gonna shut this shit down. They're gonna shut the shit down before it can even get started for his fucking defense, because they want to say, oh, he did something criminal. Well, guess the fuck what? The only reason you're raising money for this other person is because they did something criminal. So you can't have it both fucking ways. And that's the whole goddamn issue, is they want to look at themselves as the ultimate fucking victim. And I said it last week. I think it was on last week's show, where white people love only seeing themselves as a victim or a fucking hero. They can't see themselves as a fucking perpetrator. They just can't, and they never will. And that's the goddamn problem. Now, like I said, this fucking tattoo 3 times been in jail. I'm sorry. Baby mama who's on her fucking own done raised almost $1 million fucking dollars for calling a 5-year-old a nigga by not proving that this kid actually went into her diaper bag like she fucking claims.
Right.
So see, it's always a certain part of the population, and I'm not saying it's all white people, because there's a lot. I mean, there are white people I don't know that I respect. There are white people I know that I respect a lot. There are also some that I don't fucking respect at all. And that's the goddamn problem, is they want to paint us with the same fucking brush while they get to be different fucking shades of gray.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Especially the three police officers that were acquitted by the state.
Correct.
From beating up that prisoner.
And you know, the deal with this is that I agree with y'all that you don't want to take the law in your own hands. But there's a video, man. I wish I had to download it. I was trying to, but I just couldn't get it. There was a black man, and he said that people are tired of talking about basically you killing our kids. And what do? We go on the news and we go get Al Sharpton and we go get Ben Crump and we protest, and the cycles keep repeating itself. And he said that if you take one of yours, we're gonna take one. If you take one of mine, I'm gonna take one of yours. And he said that's the mentality that people has to have. But just like y'all saying, you know, when you see this over and over again, and Farrell, you brought it up, we may start seeing more incidents like this, and that may have police officers thinking twice about killing anybody, because they don't know if somebody's going to seek revenge on them or their family members. Farrell.
And what you saying that I'm not saying I wish it would have went that way, but I kind of think that he should have went after the police officer that actually did the shooting. Well, I think at that point we might say it's almost justified.
Well, honestly, all he saw at that moment, all he probably saw was a uniform, and that's
No,
the
I
other
get
fucking
that.
part of
I
this.
agree with you.
That's the other part of this is police
I
are
agree
the
with you.
only fucking people that get suspended for misconduct and get fucking paid for it.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
that's normally the routine is they'll take the cop that did it off the fucking street. And I'm gonna call him a cop. I know cops think that shit is police think that shit is a pejorative, but when you do something wrong, you're a fucking cop to me. You're no longer police. They take them off the street with pay while the investigation is being run by one of their own.
Yeah.
Make that shit make sense.
It doesn't make sense. And Tim Dog, I'm gonna let you close it out. You know, you say something, and you say that I guess we all in agreement that he shouldn't have killed somebody that didn't have anything to do with it. But Matt Fesh, you made a great point. At that point, he just saw a uniform.
But how many people are innocent that stand by? Like the lady that was in the house.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Mental problem. You know,
I agree with you. Yeah, no, we agree. Trust me, we agree. We are totally agreeing. But in that moment, that guy was grieving, and like you say, Matt Professor, are they going to use he was being stressed out, or the terminology that they use when the police does something? Are they going to use that same terminology? But Tim Dog, there's two families grieving right now. You know what I'm saying? You got Rodney Hinton family grieving. And
I was gonna say that, Joe, but I can't bring myself to do it.
And you got the family of retired Sheriff Deputy Henderson grieving as well. Your thoughts on that?
Like I said, retribution doesn't solve anything, and it doesn't make anything better. And it's just sad that that's the society that we live in. We have two sets of rules, and the people who get the benefit of the rules, they don't care about the others because it doesn't affect them. Just like with the weapons and everyone killing, they see a black man with a weapon and they automatically thinking something bad, but yet the majority of serial killers are white. So make it
mass murderers.
Yeah,
and mass murderers, right? Yeah. And I mean, make it make sense.
I got you. It doesn't make sense because sometimes people may look like you, but they don't think like you, and they damn sure don't feel your goddamn pain.
The council would like to stand with their clients.
Tonight, 3 ex-Memphis police officers charged in the 2023 beating death of Tyree Nichols acquitted.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Tadarius Bean, not guilty. Demetrius Haley, not guilty. Justice Smith, not guilty.
The former officers seen here hugging their attorneys and sobbing after being cleared of 7 state charges, including second-degree murder, stemming from this traffic stop. Body cam footage appearing to show officers kicking, punching, and batoning Nichols, who died from his injuries 3 days later, sparking nationwide protest.
Any fair-minded person who watches the video would come to the conclusion that everybody there had some responsibility for Tyree Nichols' death.
But members of the jury who were not from Memphis but brought in from the Chattanooga area disagreed, reaching that verdict after an 8-day trial that included testimony from fellow former officer Desmond Mills Jr., who testified for the prosecution in exchange for a plea deal, and Nichols' mother, who recalled seeing her son in the hospital.
My son was beaten to a pulp. His head was the size of a watermelon. His nose was broken.
The Nichols family attorney Ben Crump calling the verdict a devastating miscarriage of justice, writing, "We are outraged and we know we are not alone." Another officer, Emmett Martin III's state murder case was severed and has not yet gone to trial. All 5 former officers either pleaded guilty or were convicted of lesser charges in their federal case. They're expected to be sentenced this summer.
Now, Tim Dog, I'm coming to you. Now, the guy that they killed looked like them, but they wore the uniform. And of course, they got acquitted. So it goes back to what I said earlier about the father. We done seen this before. These cops going to get off. So in my mind, I can't let this happen again. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he did. Not trying to justify it, but I could understand his pain because what we just saw with this case, they looked like the guy that they beat up, that they killed, but they didn't give a damn. So your thoughts on the verdict?
It was an all-white jury. Had to be. Come on now. You see, everyone's seen the video of them cops just stomping, beating that kid, pepper spray and everything, and you don't charge them with anything. They're not guilty of nothing. Come on.
Yeah. You know, Matt Professor, they did say that they got him on federal charges.
The federal charge, which really doesn't make sense. How is it that you found guilty of federal charges but not of state charges?
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
Well, because only the federal government can charge you with certain crimes. Like
hate
crimes, states can't do that.
Yeah, and
murder, anybody can charge you with murder.
And check this out, Matt Professor, because I want you to. I know you got a good answer for this. They say that they may do some time, or they may just get probation.
Right.
Well, of course, because that's the protection police have. I mean, like that, it's what I said in the last segment. Police are the only fucking group of people, workers. American police are the only workers on the planet that can get suspended for misconduct with pay. And that's the sad thing about this is charging them, finding them guilty of a lesser crime just goes to satiate the people who might be upset that they don't get shit.
Wait. What was that word?
Satiate. Satisfy.
Yeah, and coming to you, Farrell, and it all started. I think they say he changed lanes illegally. I think that's what it was. He changed lanes illegally, and of course they beat him down, and the young man died. And you heard what the mother said. The mother said his head was the size of a watermelon, and you could feel the pain in her voice when she was speaking. So
you don't remember? They said that one of those he was dating one of those cops.
Yes.
And that was a personal ass whooping, is what that was. They looked for a reason to beat that guy up.
Yeah, but the verdict though,
they just went too far.
Yeah, no, and the verdict, because we've seen it before, just like with the Rodney King verdict. We saw that video. What, that 1992, I believe, right before the OJ thing. 1990.
Sounds familiar.
I got called Rodney King for a long goddamn time.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. So we see him getting beat. Rest in peace to Rodney King, man. We seen the police do what they do, but yet you see the video and you're gonna say that they're not guilty, and that's the part that don't get me. That's the part that gets me. You see the video for yourself, and how you can find them not guilty. Farrell.
I'm gonna go with Tim Dog. Tim Dog acquitted. If they said that there was an all-white jury, they did them a favor. That's how I look at it. They did them a favor. There's one less nigger off the street.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Come on now.
I don't care if it was an all-white jury or not.
No, I'm just saying
my issue is that, again, police get to do what they want. Police get to be judge, jury, and executioner, which is not part of their fucking role. Their role is crime prevention. Their role is capturing criminals who have been indicted or whatever, or someone in the commission of a crime.
But those
it's not to take out your anger. It's not to take care.
They're not trying to police nothing.
Oh, I know that, and like I said, that's the whole issue. Is they can easily say they policed him and he was doing something wrong to them without fucking proof. And juries always err on the side of police. It's rare to see police found guilty of anything like this, and that's why, I mean, honestly, I was surprised that the cop in a George Floyd incident was found guilty, and I'll be shocked if the others are found guilty, because I think that most of them are still waiting. A couple of them are still waiting for trial, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I think they already went to trial. A couple of them already went to trial. They already got sentenced.
I'm okay. You might be right. I don't remember.
Let that officer out.
Yeah, but Tim Dog, me come back to you on this one.
Well, no, Trump can't let him out. Or 47 can't let him out because they're in jail on state charges.
Yeah, he can't. Yeah, he can't do that. But
you let somebody out for killing somebody.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, that was the ones that killed the police officer that did the riot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the thing right here, Tim. That I'm gonna come back to you on this. Why is it? And I may sound like a hypocrite when I say this, but you saw the guy and he looks like you. Why didn't they say, "Hey, man"? And Pharaoh, you brought a good question. You say that he was dating one of the guy's probably ex-girlfriend, but when somebody looks like you, don't you should feel some type of empathy because you know what that person goes through on a daily basis. I can understand that if somebody not look like me, don't understand what I go through on a daily basis when dealing with the police, but you are a police officer and you know what it goes through because you probably got stopped by police officers being a cop yourself, not you, Tim Dog, but those guys. But for them to beat that man like that, that shows that they didn't have no empathy because he was a black man and he was one of them. Your thoughts?
Oh, well, that ain't our problem. That's their problem. Turn a blind eye.
I see. I not to cut you off, Tinder. I see it as we got the rite of passage now, and we're a new gang. And we're gonna just go out here and mud hole stomp motherfuckers the way we want to. Right? The dude, what is it? Oh boy, Training Day. Lonzo.
Yeah, Lonzo.
Lonzo.
Yeah.
He's Alonzo. They're the Lonzos, man. They got that power.
And that's what I was gonna bring that up too. Look at, but I'd bring up a real one. Look at in LA, the Rampart division was mostly black cops.
Yes. Yeah.
Beating and killing black kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's kind of the problem is when you decide as a cop, when you decide that you're gonna go after your own.
Exactly.
That's because you're trying to fit in. You're trying to do something to fit in. And that's why I can never say there are no bad that all cops aren't bad and that the majority of them are good. I'd never say that. I'll say a lot of them are good. I know a lot of them.
Yes.
But a lot of them are bad, and the good ones accept the fucking behavior of the fucking bad ones.
Yeah. 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 And that's the problem because what is the blue wall? The blue wall of silence. You don't want to be called a snitch. You don't want, but that's part of the problem. You got to call these cops out. You got to get them out the force because they're making you look bad. You might be one of the greatest one that's out there, but they're making you look bad. And they need to go. They need to go. But of course,
but they made a movie about that. Remember the one with Samuel Jackson, the Negotiator.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
That's what they do. They find a way to get you out some type of way.
Yeah. It's a damn shame, man. But man, fellas, I mean, good conversation. But this brother. Going back to the Rodney Henderson situation.
What's the Rodney thing that Juan talking about?
Huh? What Juan say?
He said high cholesterol, carpal tunnel.
He talking about me.
Alzheimer's.
He talking about me, man. He talking about me.
No, go up one. Go up one.
Right here.
The Harambe incident. I wasn't even gonna comment on that, Juan. That was weak.
Okay.
Maybe that's why he put it up there.
That was weak, Juan. You can do better than that.
Yeah, the good outweigh the bad, but one bad it does spoil the bunch. You got that right, my cousin Joe.
Especially if it's left in there.
That's correct. Exactly. And I think he's saying the same thing.
Hey, my daughter was talking about gnats being in crumble cookie because of bad fruit.
Yeah,
right.
That's how it is.
Right.
Man, we can keep it moving, man, because this brother would have did what all y'all did with guns. Protect your household. But he's been arrested. Let me get this last comment here before. Okay, bet. Watch. Leave it up to one. I asked already. I already had your ass one damn time. Don't make me have to call him again.
For real, my uncle, and my mom worked with immigration. Juan, don't fuck with it.
That's right. You'll get your ass. I know where you work. I know where you work. But like I say though, this brother was doing what I think all of y'all would do if somebody was playing around or you thought they was breaking into your house. But this brother, he's been arrested with no bond.
Tonight, an arrest for murder in Virginia after teens tell authorities an age-old childhood prank, the ding-dong ditch, turned deadly. A high school senior shot to death while doing the stunt, his friends say, for a TikTok video. Now the homeowner, Tyler Chase Butler, arrested and accused of second-degree murder. The Spotsylvania County Sheriff's Office saying in a press release it was 3 a.m. Saturday morning when they got a call for a burglary in progress where shots were fired. Deputies found 2 people with gunshot wounds on the scene. 18-year-old Michael Bosworth Jr. was transported to a local hospital where he died just hours before his high school prom. His stepfather telling me he was a student athlete who played lacrosse, football, and wrestled, now gone. Another teen grazed with a bullet, telling investigators, according to court records, they weren't trying to break into the home to steal anything. They were just ringing doorbells and running away. And a third teen, not shot, telling authorities the same story and showing police a similar video from earlier that night. The question is whether a resident can claim self-defense in such a case.
In Virginia, if you are going to use lethal force, you have to be in fear from the perspective of a reasonable person of bodily harm, great bodily harm, or death.
The sheriff's office saying the butler is held on no bond at a local jail. We haven't been able to reach him or an attorney. The investigation is still ongoing and may uncover if it really was a ding-dong ditch that led to shots ringing through this neighborhood and a young life lost. Drew Wilder, NBC Washington.
Coming to you, Mad Professor. Now, from what they say that these guys been doing that all night. So they, at the back door. So they were doing it at the back, not the front door. So my thing is, I don't know anybody who has a doorbell on the back door. So
my mom does.
Your thoughts? Your mom has? Okay, then.
Yes, she does.
All right. So your thoughts?
2 different rings, so she know which door to go to.
Okay, then. But your thoughts on this situation?
Again, because of who the victim of the actual crime is, it is portrayed differently. Did you hear the way the guy who was telling the story did it? A young man taken. Fucking shut up, bitch. I mean, stop with that weak ass. I'm trying to garner fucking sympathy for somebody doing something fucking stupid, and that's the goddamn problem. He did something stupid. I mean, you did it. I'm trying to remember where it was that this lady just killed a 5-year-old kid, or was it a 10-year-old kid rather, trying to get their ball out of the yard or something because she feared for her life, or they knocked on a woman's door because she berated the kids, and the mom knocked on the door and was shot.
That was Florida.
Yeah,
Florida.
I thought so.
I remember.
Don't forget the white person that shot the kid for going to the wrong hospital.
And that one too. And so I don't want to hear that fucking woman that was just talking saying that you have to be in fear for your life, because you never use that justification when it's anybody else. So I don't want to hear that bullshit. And I'm sorry, you rang on my fucking bell at 3 a.m. You will get a fucking bullet. Fuck you. Don't come to my door at no 3. When my kids live with me, my grown ass sons and my daughter, when they lived here, if you wasn't inside by 12, don't fucking come home, because you didn't know how you was going to get greeted.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And Tim Dog, and that's the thing. At 3 o'clock in the morning, people ringing the doorbell. You don't know if they're ringing the doorbell for you to come to the door, so they can keep the door because they can see you now. You open the door, so now he's at the door. Let's kick it in so we can rob the hell out of him. So in your right mind, you don't know. Tim Dog, your thoughts on this situation?
They trying to picture these kids as athletes, good kids. They're not. Why the hell are you up 3 o'clock in the morning videotaping yourself ringing doorbells? That's stupid. Nobody's addressing that. Nobody's addressing the situation that they high school kids ringing doorbells.
So
3 o'clock in the morning and running. So what purpose is that in life other than getting your ass in trouble or killed?
As Joe said, harassment.
Yeah.
And that is harassment.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, as a good lawyer, he gonna beat this and be denied bail. He is not a threat to anyone.
And he was in his own
Spotsylvania,
property.
Pennsylvania. That's in Pennsylvania. Spotsylvania.
Yeah.
That's all up there in that country life in Pennsylvania. There's a lot of Amish up there too.
No, she said Virginia.
I'm sorry, Spotsylvania, Virginia. I'm thinking Pottsylvania. My apologies.
Yeah.
But Spotsylvania is down right before you get to Richmond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like you say, Tim Dog, coming to you, Pharaoh. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Who the hell ringing doorbells at 3 o'clock in the morning?
So I'll be giving an instant. When these jokers used to live right here. They used to always. I'm pointing to them right here. When they used to live, when those jokers used to be out back and causing problems and shit, I walked outside with my handgun to make sure them jokers got right because they had drugs coming over there. They whatever the case is happening.
Oh damn, Juan.
And with that and with that being said, that's harassment because you passed hours of quietness. It's supposed to be 10 p.m. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. And people got to go to work. You know, you messing with people. Once again, look at the color. All right, we're gonna leave it at that. But I won't say once again justified for shooting. But if you're continuously doing it, obviously that's a burglary attempt, as far as I'm concerned. And I gotta protect my house because you don't know if I got family or kids in the house.
Yeah, and you don't know, Matt Professor, you don't know what type of neighborhood that is. They could have been burglaries going around. They could have been talking about the same.
I don't give honestly.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
I don't give a fuck. I live next to the goddamn White House. If you ring my doorbell at 3 a.m. and I feel threatened, I'm gonna fucking shoot at you. I don't give a fuck, and that's my issue. And see, that's the problem with these stupid ass youngsters trying to get fucking TikTok and internet famous. And I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you something, and it's not the same, but it kind of is. When I worked at Macy's, I had a group of kids come at me. One of them had underwear that looked like it had chocolate or some shit smeared in it, and go, I want to return these. I said, dude, I know this is a joke. Get the fuck out of my face and away from my desk before I pull you over this motherfucker, okay? I said, go play that stupid shit with somebody else. I'm not fucking for it. His boy turned off the camera, who I didn't see, way to my right, trying to video the shit. And they go, well, damn. It got to be like that. I say, yes, it's got to be like that. If you're going to be fucking stupid, you're going to get treated like you're fucking stupid. And I'm sorry, kids, you get shot in the middle of the night doing some shit like this. That's what they always say, play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Because if it was
I have no sympathy.
They would be saying something different.
Exactly.
That new thing that they doing now where they're running through people's fences, something about to happen.
Yeah, because the shit of it is, if they were black, you know fucking well the guy wouldn't have been arrested and there would be no story.
Well, the people that are doing the fences are white kids.
Yeah,
it's knocking over people's fences.
And you know, my thing is that you know the thing is why the guy didn't get no bond though. That's the part that's bothers me.
They have to prove a point. Exactly, they have to prove a point.
Okay, yeah, man, fellas, but y'all
and
on
then
tonight,
Virginia's boy. And yes, Joe, Virginia is a stand your ground state.
So they violating his state rights right there, and denying him bail. I mean, denying him bond for an offense that he didn't aggravate, start, or instant. I mean, it's just crazy.
But it's no worse. It's no worse than when the guy in Jacksonville was playing his music loud in his car, and the white dude got out of his car and shot him.
Yeah.
And he was black.
And it took them a year They took it a year for him to get arrested and charged.
Right.
Yeah.
It was
they
a
didn't
long
want to
time
at first.
And and if it wasn't for the media, I don't think that dude would have even got that.
See, there's a dude here in Texas who went to jail, escaped from jail. They went back to jail. They put an ankle monitor on him. Now he's missing.
Yeah,
and he was in jail for attempted murder.
And that's what it is, man. It's just a sad situation. You know, hopefully the brother be able to get out. Hopefully, I don't know if he's gonna beat the charges or not, but you know, hopefully they let him get a GoFundMe page. You know, they took the other guys one down.
Hey,
but
so what?
Can you
what
legally
happened
do that?
The black teenager that killed the white teenager at the track meet.
It's still ongoing.
But you see what I'm saying, though.
It's still ongoing. It's still ongoing. But hopefully, you know, we be talking about that coming up sooner or later. But fellas, man, we're gonna switch up before we go to Ashed Out. Ladies and gentlemen, before we close the show out, y'all gotta come see Ashed Out. Oh man, that's where we have a good time. Sometimes it goes straight, sometimes it goes right, but 99.9% it always goes up and left. But fellas, I saw this man and I say to myself, Tim Dog, I know he was crying. Because he probably listened to him every goddamn night. Now they're trying to get Smokey.
In a lawsuit filed today against Smokey Robinson, the women who used to work for him say he sexually assaulted them and created a hostile work environment, among other things. Robinson's wife is also named in the lawsuit. It details multiple allegations, some as recent as last year. One employee says Robinson sexually assaulted her at least 23 times. 3 of the women say they didn't want to report it to police, in part because they were afraid of risking the possible adverse effect on their immigration statuses, according to the suit. Another says Robinson's, quote, brutal sexual advances were constant and even predictable while she worked for him. His accusers are seeking at least $50 million. NBC News has reached out to Robinson's reps for comment. No word back yet.
Hey, thank you, cuz. We try to do our best, man. I know we joke a lot, but we try to do our best. We serious sometimes. We look at cuz.
Man,
But
hey, Smokey looking pasty to the motherfucker, boy. God damn.
He still got them eyes though.
Hey, man, Professor, that's all. I'm gonna let you have it first, but I I was about to say, yeah, they call him the green-eyed bandit. So, but,
hey,
Professor,
hey,
man.
you gotta take that shit.
Professor,
Ain't
man.
nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it, Juan, but you can't take it. You gotta ask for it. You gotta be given. It's got to be given to you. You can't just take the shit.
Mad Professor, I'm not saying Smokey got $50 million, but damn, Mad Professor, what were your thoughts when you first heard this, man?
Honestly, you want to know what I thought?
I don't give a
This
damn.
ain't the first time.
Okay.
No, I don't. I really fucking don't. I mean, I didn't care. But this is not the first time you've heard some shit like this about Smokey.
Okay.
If I remember in the 80s, something like this had come up. If I remember right. But this is not the first time Smokey's been caught up in some shit like this. Bro,
yeah.
Look, Smokey. You what, 85 now?
85.
Old as fuck. It ain't the 70s and 80s no more. You ain't cruising no more, Smokey. Sit the fuck down.
Yeah.
These young girls will hurt you.
Hey, Smokey got that blue chew.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna go there. I was not going there.
But
I
Tim
was
Dog,
not going there.
Tim Dog, my thing is this though, Tim Dog. They brought the wife in. They say the wife knew too. They suing Smokey and they suing the wife as well. And like I said, I'm not saying Smokey got $50 million, but they come hard. I say that man,
It was 150.
It's gonna be one hell of a concert, boy. They already got R. Kelly. That's the R&B right there. They got Diddy. Diddy gonna promote the party, and they got to have something for them old guys in there. So we're gonna get Smokey in there as well. But when we first heard this, Tim Dog, what were
the
your
old edition instead of the new edition?
Yeah. Your thoughts, Tim Dog?
Hey, that's a hell of a group name, boy. I know. we laughing on this man's demise. Fuck it.
Well, he said he didn't do it, man. So he said the truth's gonna come out. But your thoughts, man?
How many people ever charged with this shit? Go, yeah, I did it.
Yeah. But Pharaoh, why he's laughing? Pharaoh, what your thoughts about Smokey, man? The green-eyed bandit.
Rick James, man. Rick James did the same shit. Then he and his wife were doing the same thing, man. Holding people hostage, using them. I don't know. Is cocaine involved? I don't know. So,
well, we're gonna say allegedly because
that's a hell of a drug.
Smokey said he didn't do what they saying, man, and the fact that, like you said, man, the man is 85 years old. I mean, I think within the last year, we've seen so many of these type of lawsuits brought against people, and I think we said this before. It's always somebody that has a name when these type of things. Now you got to prove. Now I'm just saying you. Well, that's true too. Because
black people with a name.
What is the guy? What is the guy? Oh man, I wish I remember his name. There's a white guy, rich white guy, and they got him for a lot of shit. But they say they're not going to charge him. They're not going to take him to court because he's in the early stage of dementia. What's his name? It's going to come to me.
Roman Polanski.
I don't know if it's him, but it's somebody with a lot of money.
He's one of them. The old producer, the guy that brought Oprah to fame.
He's in jail though. But he's in jail. The one you're talking about. Yeah.
But that's the thing is. Never mind. I'm sorry.
I got you. But Tim Dog, man.
They got the dude that wore the glasses for on the 70s show. They got him.
Yeah, but he's a young dude though. See, not old.
I'm glad you brought that up because it pisses me off. Is that 70s show is still in fucking
on air
in syndication and on air, and everything Bill Cosby touched has been taken away, including A Different World. That's why they're about to do a new Different World.
Yeah. Yeah, but
so
Tim
that these
Dog.
people can get their residuals.
Yeah, but
Right.
Tim Dog, you and Smokey used to hang out, man. What's up with your boy?
God damn.
Look at Juan.
God damn.
Yeah, Smokey got a lot of kids out there too, but
He does.
he has a lot of kids. I'm sure he got some that he don't even know about. But
Use them eyes to get them, and that color.
The Green Eye Bandit. I told y'all.
in that voice, come here, girl.
Look at you. Oh, shit. Now I'm just singing shit.
Here we go.
No, but
It wasn't bad enough. He was rapping.
they tried it. They tried it with Jay-Z. That lasted a hot minute.
Yeah.
Well, Jay-Z ugly. Don't nobody want to fuck him.
Hey, Nas said that.
Yo, my
Don't nobody want to fuck him.
With the big sucking lips.
I guess, man. Before
what Chris Rock said. What Chris Rock said. If it's only sexual harassment if you're ugly.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a fact.
all I'm gonna say about this Smokey Robinson situation, man, it's just a sad situation because it seems as though that the like I said before, these type of allegations are coming out more and more, and I think we're gonna see more things like this. And like I said, there's no repercussion for the people that bring these type of lawsuit forward. And then if you're the famous person, you're the one with the name. Now you got to prove that you didn't do what they say you do, and then these lawyers get to get somebody else to be able to say the same damn thing to try to get paid. And that's the part I don't like, because there's no justification. Like these women, their name will not be in the paper because they're, you know what they say, anonymous or whatever. They're gonna be anonymous, but everybody knows Smokey. Like you say, cruising. We know Smokey from that song. We know Smokey wrote a lot of the Temptation songs. You know what I'm saying? So
you know the thing that makes me mad. The thing that makes me the maddest about some of this, like with R. Kelly, with Diddy, with now Smokey, is when our people do something, we have to forget everything they've ever done before. We can only go back to the bad shit they've ever done. But white people get to keep Jerry Lee Lewis. White people get to keep Elvis, both who married cousins who were fucking teenagers when they were damn near 30. But we can't keep our heroes. All of our heroes, when they do something wrong, we got to throw them a fuck away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to my R. Kelly. I bump R. Kelly every goddamn day. I don't give a fuck. Exactly. I don't give a fuck. And again, Smokey, if you did it,
excuse me,
Tim Dog, $5, Tim Dog. Every time you do that,
every time I can't help that. I can't help it.
But again,
maybe you need to go to therapy for that shit.
Again, if these women have proof, by all means, bring it forward, because illegality is illegality.
Yeah.
But if they're just out to get a paycheck, run them through the fucking ringer, like apparently Smokey and his wife did. I just want to know what his wife part in it was. I'm curious.
Exactly, man. But like I say though, these are all allegations.
Yeah, Woody did raise his wife. He sure did.
She's attractive, older lady, man. But like I say though, it's just a sad situation.
And Woody was bad too.
That's why he's bringing it up.
Yeah, it's just another sad situation that we have to deal with. That another person of, I guess, that we look at, like you say, one of our heroes, Motown. Him and Barry Gordy's the backbone of Motown. I don't give a damn how you try to the backbone of Motown, and now they're trying to tear him down. If he did it, like you say, Matt Professor, he needs to go to jail. But if he didn't do it, what can you get from the women, Juan, your people? What can he get from them? They get to stay here. They're scared to get sent back. You know what I'm saying? So Juan, man, call your people, man. They're trying to get Smokey on me. Trying to get Smokey.
Hey, I told him about that app, that home app that Trump put out. $1,000, man. You can
$1,000. Yeah. We can't afford. No, I'm not going.
Now, before we go to the Mad Professor, tell him why you're mad. He don't want to do it tonight, but you can't. You want to stick around because we after our main show, which is 2 Series of Blunt, we do an after show. We call it Ashed Out, and like I said, we have a good time. And you want to stick around for that because we're gonna be talking about shit like this.
Oh! Hold on. And I started thinking to myself, man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad? What could mans have done that warranted a fan off the back of the head? And let's just say mans did some. Why you got your back turned? Are you dumb?
Okay, we save your comments because we gonna replay the video because we want the people to come back. We want y'all to come back to Ashed Out because that's the shit we be talking about. There's no set format. We just get on here, we have a good time, and to make you laugh. Mad Professor, I know you want to talk about it, but it's on you right now for you to tell us why you mad. Mad Professor, why you mad? Tell them why you're mad today, Mad Professor.
All right, since you gonna make me do it, let me say this. I put out a video on my YouTube channel, I think on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been Tuesday. No, it was Tuesday. I'm sorry. And I had a guy come on it, then responded to it. And he was asking me why I'm just talking about Trump when I brought Biden up in the video when I said Biden was a better president than Felon 47. And the other day, Biden had a couple interviews for the first time since he left the White House.
Yes.
And this guy said, "Okay, you saw Biden's interviews. I want to see a video on that, or I'm gonna cancel my subscription to your channel." My guy, fuck you. You don't fucking control what the fuck I do on my motherfucking channel, just like I wouldn't suggest you do the same on yours, okay? So you can kiss my ass. I talk about Felon 47 because that's what the fuck I want to talk about, okay? I don't have to talk about Biden. Guess what? He ain't the fucking president anymore, okay? So he don't affect my goddamn life. He don't affect your fucking life, but Felon 47 does for you. So if you want to keep on filleting that motherfucker, you keep the fuck on ahead, but don't you fucking tell me what the hell I should do with my fucking channel.
That's what I'm talking about.
Why you mad, son?
Hey, man, bitch ass bitch.
Motherfucker gonna tell me you gonna bitch cancel your subscription to my channel, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
I'm telling you, man.
You know he ain't black.
Once you start putting up videos, cause trust me.
No, he was black.
Kim Bellaby asking me all the time.
Ridiculous.
Kim Bellaby asking me all the time. She's like, she'd be seeing me text. She said, "What are you doing?" I say, "I'm texting these motherfuckers back. They're talking shit on my goddamn post."
What's up, cat? It's about time you joined us.
So,
I mean,
but
this Negro gonna have the nerve to tell me if you don't put something out on Biden, I'm gonna have to take back my subscription. Bitch, bye.
Yeah,
I hope somebody show him. In fact, man on the street, I'm gonna download this video, cut this part out so I can put it on my fucking channel just so that nigga could see what the fuck I think about what he had to say.
And that's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we call him the Mad Professor.
When you do that too.
And that's why he's always mad. Ladies and gentlemen, we always like to leave you with something funny, something to think about. Or better yet, where the fuck Tim Dog get that from? Oh shit, Tim Dog. Where you get that from, Tim Dog?
Hey, what was the one thing through ancient time that really made people sick? I tell you what, STDs. To prevent STDs, a lot of people use things like intestines, linen sheets, and they would in Chinese would use really silk paper and put some oil lubricant on it. That just goes to show that even back during the day, people just didn't give a damn about their private areas. So thank God that we have condoms now. The rubbers, not paper, not silk linen sheets.
Jimmy hats.
No, yeah, there are different names for them too, but they were also using animal intestines. I said that already, but yeah. Thank God that people started trying to invent and prevent STDs.
I got you, Tim Dog.
So Tim, what you're telling me is I can't go back in time and clap some Cleopatra cheeks without risking something.
But y'all remember, Hey, what's my man name?
You'll get the clap, trying to clap. You know what I'm saying?
He got clapped all right.
I can't pronounce what's my man name? Chris. Yeah, the show went left because that's why we called Tim Dog segment. Where the fuck you get that from? Because we don't know where the fuck he goes.
No, that's my girl, Kat.
He goes wherever he want to go, and we be like, we be lost just like you.
Y'all didn't know flies slept, did you?
No, we didn't.
Yes, I did actually.
But before
they only got 30 days to live. They ain't got time to sleep.
But you remember back in the day before, well, condoms, but they used to get what is it, sheepskin?
Well, they still have those.
They still got sheepskin, but back then they say you supposed to use them because they break down easily. That's why they came with.
But they don't stop an STD.
They were used
porous.
They were used not to prevent pregnancy. They were used to prevent sexual diseases.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But I remember, hey, you want that sheepskin, but then they find out sheepskin was really bad.
I just want to comment, Juan. If you can make it back in time with me to Cleopatra, yeah, you can record, my dude.
That's right. and like I said before, y'all already see, y'all want to stick around for hold on. Me get myself. Matt Professor. No, what you got for the people before we go?
Don't come on my fucking channel and comment on the shit you want. Fuck your life if that's what you got in your life. If that's what you're gonna do, don't fucking come at me. You know that's better now.
I got you. And of course, Pharaoh King. What you got for the people before we go?
Hey man, listen, like grandma used to say, sometimes you have to hug the people you don't like so you know how big to dig the hole in your backyard.
God damn. That's what I'm talking about. Say let's get the baby off. And of course, Tim Dog, what you got for the people before we go, my brother?
The hardest 2 words. Hardest 2 words for some people to say, but should be easy. I'm sorry. The easiest 2 words for everyone to say and shouldn't be hard. Thank you.
I got you. I don't have anything, but you want to stick around for our after show asked out.
You.
I like that one too.
I just said that one.
That's right. And you want to stick around. Y'all saw the first video, so we're gonna talk about that first. But then we're gonna talk about Kanye's cousin King. When I heard this, when I heard this shit.
But
I got that, but when I heard this shit, I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Let me tell you something else. Cause you really not really gay. Only time you really gay if they catch you doing. That's all, mama. Cause if they catch me after I do it, I'm not gay no more. You got to catch me in the act to be gay. That's all, mama. You got to catch me in the act. Cause after that, I'm not gay. I changed.
After that, it's not gay. But we're gonna talk about that on Asked Out. We're gonna talk about that on Asked Out because I want the people to come back. Cause like I say, Asked Out is our after show. That's where we have a lot of fun. That's where we don't have no set boundaries. We don't know where the show gonna go. But you want to come back. But before we go, Matt Professor, shout out your social so the people can follow you, my brother.
You can come find me. I have it on the wrong side. You can find me at the Mad Professor .1 on my YouTube channel, Instagram, and the Mad Professor 1 on Blue Sky. Again, don't fuck with me.
I got you. Tim Dawes, shout out your social so the people can follow you, my brother.
There you go, right there. Instagram, Father's Love 99.
That's what I'm talking
Tim
about.
Dawes from Be More Careful. See?
All right, then. And of course, Pharaoh King, shout out to social so the people can follow you, my brother.
Hey, man. Pharaoh_71, Instagram.
That's what I'm talking about. And of course, you can find me, the Man on the Street, at the Man on the Street Show on YouTube. You also find us on Facebook for the Better Than Sex Sports podcast that goes down every Wednesday night. All we do is talk about sports. We have a good time doing it as well. You can also check us out on YouTube for 2 Cigars in the Blunt on YouTube and Facebook. All right, make sure you check us out. Make sure you tell a friend to subscribe. It goes down every Friday night at 8 o'clock. But you want to come back, like I say, the after show Asked Out. Like I tell the brothers, man, it's the best part of my day because all we do is laugh and we have a good time doing it as well. Oh, we got more comments. I'm trying to get these comments in.
Hey, listen. Hey, make sure, Man on the Street, everybody come back that's on our panel right now. All you got to come back. It's going to be interesting.
You come back because we're going to have a good laugh. We obviously, we having a bad day, like Tim Dog, he has some bad news, but we're trying to cheer the brother up. Just for at least 30 minutes to an hour and a half, 2 hours, so you can have some joy. You know what I'm saying? So, but ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, I am the man on the street.
Pharaoh King.
Tim Dog from Be More Careful.
And the really mad professor in a really manky ass boot.
That's right. And we'll see y'all in about 10 to 15 minutes. Make sure you come back for Ash Out. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are out. Peace.